Okay, we're here. We're knitting. Well, not yet. But we will be. Almost immediately, actually. I've got to cast on for my ribbing, and then go from there. It's been a while since I made a sock, even off stream, so hopefully I don't just mess up horribly over and over again. But if I do, at least it'll be on stream. Woohoo! Okay, that I actually need to not worry about the waste yarn for now. I gotta get my my ribbing pattern set up. So I gotta do, let me zoom in a little. Okay, so I've got 68 stitches. And I like to do 2x1 for my socks, but I think I was just gonna do 2x2 for this pair, because I want to see what happens. I've got a needle selector for this, I forgot. I like never use these. Okay. Oh, no, I'm gonna need those. Yeah, and 69 stitches for the ribbing is actually fine. Even though I'm shooting for 68 for my ankle measurement. Because I'll overlap one when I fold the ribbing into a tube. I don't have to worry about my row counter right now. Okay, why are you not? Hello? Everything is set. Normal, normal, 0, 0. Okay. Ooh. And that's not a zigzag. I forgot to rack. I'm so bad at this. It's like one of my top 5 most commonly forgotten things is to rack the ribbing bed over before doing a 2x2 or 2x1 even rib cast on. Go back with no yarn. Rethread the carriage. Hopefully I don't like cover up the camera a bunch while I'm doing this. I've like experimented with it and I don't usually get my head in the area where the camera is. But, you know, no promises. You might just see my head for a half an hour without me realizing or something. Oh, that's not right either. How do you cut? Have I forgotten how to do a? No, I think. Uh-oh. Is that it? Is that all the camera we got? Really? Oh my god. That was nothing. This might not be possible without the power cord for this camera. Let's see. Will it come back to life? Okay. I don't know how long we got it for. That might be, like, we might have already drained the battery. I don't know how long we've got. But that's okay, this is kind of an experiment. And, you know, there's nothing I can do about it, so if that's as much battery life as we get out of this camera, then that's what we get. Okay, I gotta figure this out. I don't remember how to do this. Do I have to be at half pitch? I don't think so. Oh my god. I mean, this might have been right. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've done actual 2x2 rib. I usually do 2x1. So I don't remember what the zigzag is supposed to look like for 2x2. Whoops. This is, yeah, that's a zigzag. Mostly. There's some spots like right here that's not quite correct. Yeah, that's not gonna knit properly. What is going on? Maybe I'm supposed to be... Yeah, that looks more correct, actually. This is probably... Okay. One more try. Hopefully this one's it. What is going on? This should not be on this playlist. Like, it's a vibe, but this should not be... I don't know. Media request is being weird today, so... Well, it's always being weird. There we go. Oh yeah. My mast tension. There we go. That's a zigzag. That's what we're looking for. The camera's like a little focused on the needle area and not as much on the knitting area, but that's okay because you can see, like the needle layout or whatever. I doubt if anybody tunes in, they're going to be using this like for a tutorial. But then, hey, if you do, it's more information. I'm not good at teaching, so Godspeed to you if that is what you choose to attempt. Ooh, don't make that noise. Sorry about any squealing noises. My ribbing wire just does that. Nothing I can do about it. Okay. Oh, I split the damn yarn. Now I gotta redo it. This is not supposed to be on this playlist either. Oh, and it sounds like it's not even gonna play properly. Whoops. What is going on with the media request? This one's also like so much louder. You're getting skipped. You're not playing right. This isn't supposed to be on here either. What if I just skip a bunch? Maybe if I just skip a whole bunch, it'll like wear out. Well, I want to listen to this. I don't know if this is supposed to be on the playlist that's on, but it might be on the other one too. Sound alerts. I don't even remember turning you on. I don't know why you're always bothering me. Oh my god. Okay, my computer might be... I mean, the camera feed is still good. I don't know if it's my computer getting hot or what, but I don't have any more USB ports. Unless I unplug my mouse. Hold on a sec. It might also get loud because my cooling pad is loud as hell. For literally no reason. But my computer might be overheating. So we'll see how loud that gets. In the meantime, I've got to finish casting on. So let's do my circular rows. Whoops. Okay. And this is waste yarn, so the final socks are not going to be white. My other waste yarn is green, which, yeah, it looks pretty green on camera. My lighting in here, very yellow. Okay, music, can you please work with me? Okay, evidently it won't. I'm just gonna pause it for now, because it's driving me crazy. I'd rather work in silence. Oh, yeah. Whoops. Oh well. People usually do 3 rows anyway. Back to full pitch. Wrap over twice. There we go. Now we're doing rib. I know I said I'd rather work in silence, but I think I changed my mind. Okay, we might be on the right playlist now. I might have just had to go through some of the leftovers from the other playlist, because I just changed it. Hopefully it'll just, like, actually play. Ooh, I hope I have enough waste yarn. Ooh, I've got maybe one more row. Is that enough? No. No, I'm gonna have to supplement with a second thing of waste yarn. That's okay, I have more white. Can I get another row in? Let's see. If not, I have to redo the entire cast on. Oh yeah, I had enough. Okay. And I'm about to cover up the whole camera for a good 30 seconds to a minute, because I have to thread up more waste yarn. And there's not really a way for me to do that without covering up the whole camera. I don't know how many more rows I'm going to get out of this waste yarn. Maybe only one or two. Whoop. I might have to turn the mic off for this. Okay, got that threaded. And now it's just the carriage. Oh my god. The music is going to drive me crazy. I don't think it's my internet. I hope it's not. I mean, I don't see any dropped frames, so it's probably not my internet. I don't know what's up with the media request. Okay, more waste yarn threaded, we're ready to go. And it looks like I can get one more row out of this. Hopefully that'll be enough, because that's like, I don't know, we're up to like 7 rows of waste yarn now? Something like that? No, I don't think that's enough. Where did all of my sock waste yarn go? This is what happens when you don't knit socks for like 6 months. I don't know where anything is. All I'm finding is green. Oh my god. How long does this go for? Christ. Okay. Oh! I'm knocking stuff over. Let's just pretend that this is enough waste yarn and see how bad it goes. Is it trying to play the same song again? Just give up, man. I don't want to listen to this. This is, again, not the right playlist. But that's okay, I'll just, make a lot of use of the skip button. Okay. I love the dial sounds. Actually, I love most of the sounds that the knitting machine makes. Well, it looks like it wasn't the camera battery. It might just... I set it to, like, not auto turn off, but it might still have an auto turn off of some kind. Okay. Okay. Casting on with the real yarn now. Oh, no, I was supposed to do ravel cord. That's okay. It's an easy-ish fix. I'm just, like I said, haven't knit socks in like 6 months. No, not 6 months. Like 3 or 4. But I used to knit them like once a week. So, the memory is, she's not so good. Okay, well, it looks like my cooling pad is on. It's not making the ungodly noise it usually makes. So I suppose we should consider ourselves lucky. And it might have been overheating, because this song hasn't skipped at all. Which, if you're watching on YouTube, you won't hear anything, so you've been spared. Okay, you just go off to the side for now. I don't want to have anything selected. I want to knit across. There we go. There's going to be a lot of dial noises, the cranking of the dial in the beginning, because I have to change tension a lot. But that's fine. Everybody loves old machinery sounds, and this is quite the contraption, with a lot of sounds. And I hope this angle is a little better than the last time I did a stream, because that one was kind of like off to the side. But I got my dad helped me get a better tripod setup and everything, so okay. Nobody ever said machine knitting is easy. And if they did, they lied to you. Okay, there we go. I know, I just have to... it's hard to find the ribber handle. There it is. Because I have like an armrest over here. So my weak little baby shoulders don't complain. When I do all my transfers, I have something to rest my elbow on. Now we can do the real yarn. Hopefully. I don't think I forgot anything. Uh-oh. Just my mouse was about to dive, which is fine because it's actually not connected to anything. And it's time for me to take a break for 20 seconds. don't worry about that ding sound. That's the break timer telling me the break is over. Oh my god, my river carriage is being... There it goes. Such a bastard. Back down to 0. Plane, plane. We're zigzagged? We're zigzagged. Okay. 1 row. Up to 0. And then we knit 2 rows circular. And then we cancel circular, and we knit 1 row. I don't remember my actual, exact process. So hopefully this is close enough, and then we set the row counter to 1. And the tension to 0.1. I don't actually know how to refer to the dots. Turn the tension up. Knit across again. Another dot, tension, dot. We're at 1 now. Oh, can you please not skip like that? Maybe if I turn it off and back on again, hold on. Maybe? Come on, please? Please? Oh, I gotta fix the volume. Okay. No, that did not work at all. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to suffer then. And that's all of my tension increases. Now I just have to knit until row count 40. And right now, which you can't really see unless you have incredible vision, we're at 10. It's weird, because from where I'm sitting, it kind of looks like it says 101, but it doesn't. It says 010. And that is 45 rows. I just have to check my notes. couldn't remember 45. I mean, it is, because I specifically drafted this pattern to only use one number. So it's 45 rows of ribbing, and then it's row count 45 for tubular before you start the heel flap, and then it's 45 rows of heel flap, because I only wanted to remember one number. So now I have to switch everything to the top bed, and knit one row of stockinette, and then scrap off and rehang the whole thing for tubular. And it's like, at the end, you have to sew up the back seam of the ribbing, but honestly, like, I've gotten to the point now where I'm sewing it up and it's so seamless and flat, like, I can barely notice it, and I know what I'm looking for. It's just like, it's not a problem for me at all that there's a seam on the ribbing that I have to worry about. I probably have to restart OBS for the backup playlist to kick in that I changed it to, but I'm not that worried about it. We'll just jam to slightly suboptimal beats. And if you're on YouTube, you can jam to whatever the hell you want, because I would get copyright claim to hell and back if I included any of this music. So I don't. And it's skipping, so, you know, you're not missing much. The last socks that I did on stream were green also. They're in the wash right now. I mean, I didn't actually knit either of them on stream, because the one that I knit on stream had problems, and I had to unravel the whole thing and reknit it. But the yarn that I used is socks now, and they are in the laundry, because I just wore them yesterday. It's cold now, which means I get to wear all of my lovely wool socks without sweating to death. I stubbornly just wore them through the summer anyway, because I like the way that they feel. They're mostly alpaca, so they're nice and soft. And for the most part, they survive the washing machine and the dryer. I keep getting these weird, like, fuzz balls inside them, but I think I'm probably just drying them too hot, and they're like felting a little bit, but in a weird way, so that, like, the fuzz is coming off of them. I don't know, because they don't turn into like a big solid mass, that kind of felting. Even when I dry them on high heat, they survive, and the fabric still looks beautiful. It's just annoying to have to pick the fuzz balls out of it, and I'm sure that that's not great for the yarn either. It's only got so much fuzz, you know? Okay. Everything's been transferred. And now I have to set my tension to 5 on both beds, because if I don't, I will forget to set it on the ribber, and it will ruin everything. Everything's plain. One row stockinette. Ooh, she didn't knit quite right. There's a couple over here that didn't knit. I think the yarn split too. Yeah. That's okay. It's an easy enough fix. I'll just hand knit these last 4. Oh my god. Stop playing the same song twice. I don't want to listen to this. I'll listen to that. Okay. Oop, it didn't knit quite right over here at this end either. That's okay. I'm about to redo all the weights anyway when I rehang it. It's usually a weight problem. But it shouldn't cause too much of a tension issue. I hope. I mean, these are just for me anyway, so. It's not a super big deal. If I was really worried about it, I would unknit and reknit the whole thing. Whole row. Not the whole thing, obviously. There's only a problem with that row. Let's see. Which one of these waste yarns? That one's a mess. This one will probably do. And once again, I'm going to obscure the whole camera for a couple of minutes while I thread some new yarn. Yeah, there's just really no way around that with the setup I have at the moment. If I keep up doing these, which I would like to, but you know, we'll see. I'll figure something else out eventually. Hopefully. Okay, everything's threaded. I need a drink of water. Okay, and now it's waste yarn time, which is green, which is a little unfortunate because my main yarn is also green, but it looks like they're different enough greens that I'll be able to tell them apart. Had some not knitting problems again. I might have to hang some more weight before I take the whole thing off and rotate it 90 degrees. Well, not rotate it, fold it in half. Let's add another 1 pound weight. Let's hope that does it. Knock those ones out, just so they've got a better chance. And that was not nearly long enough. Which sucks, because now I have to use another waste yarn. Uh-oh, I just dropped a stitch. Where's my latch? Oh, there's my latch hook. Uh-oh, and there goes the camera again. At least it makes a sound when it does it, so I'll hopefully notice. I gotta figure that out too. Maybe if I get the, if I find or I can acquire a compatible power adapter, hopefully that won't happen anymore. Yeah, and we're back. Okay, well, I have to thread up another waste yarn, so gonna obscure the camera now anyway. I gotta find, I don't know where, I think I like cleaned up or something, and now I can't find any of my waste yarn. No idea where I put it. But that's okay. I've got plenty of scraps. I'll figure something out. Uh-oh. More not knitting. At least this is the waste yarn, so it's not a huge deal. But I am going to hang some claw weights, which you won't be able to see because it's all happening under the machine. But you will hear god-awful scraping, because I can't really see what I'm doing either. So it's all by feel. Okay, hopefully that'll be enough. It's close enough. I don't really care if there's some, well, I dropped a stitch, so now I care. Yeah, it might be too much weight now, which is also not good. Let's take one of these 1 pound weights off. Actually, let's do it like that. That should be, hopefully, good enough. And it looks like I've got one more row in me. Yeah. Well, I could probably get another one out, but I'm not that worried about it. So now, I get to take the whole thing off and fold it in half and rehang it, which is going to take a while. And my head is probably going to get in the way. A lot. So I hope you're ready for that. I hope you're excited. Uh-oh. I accidentally knit. That's okay. Oh my god. It's doing it again. And my hands are busy, so I can't... There we go. I'll skip it. Oh my god, I already skipped this one earlier. I don't want to listen to this song right now. So here is what I've knit so far. It's very stretchy because it's ribbing. And it looks like there's a little bit of yellow that was just at the beginning. So there's like a little yellow stripe right on the first row. That's fun. Okay, now I have to rehang. Oh, actually I'll do that in 20 seconds because it's time for another quick stretch break. it is actually, like, I'm really glad that I still have the break timers set up on this laptop, because when I don't have break timers, I just work for like 4 hours straight without stopping. And it messes my spine up like you would not believe. I need to 15, 16, 17. I don't actually remember which needle I usually double up on. I don't know if it's one left or one right, but I don't think it matters. And once I have this rehung, I will zoom in a little more, which I can do now. Couldn't zoom at all with that garbage webcam. Ooh, this is not the version of this song that I know, and I'm mentally ill in a way that makes me not want to do that. I don't like to listen to songs that aren't the version that I know. It freaks me out. And there's easier ways to do the sock rehanging. You don't have to take the whole thing off on waste yarn, but I think that the other ways are like too hard. They're like complicated. And this is fine. Like, it's easy enough. I don't mind doing it. Doesn't take too long, considering the amount of time I spend rehanging stitches for other projects. Ouch. That's one thing I don't love about machine knitting, is how often I get a latch hook latch under my fingernail. All the time. Like, at least once a session. Usually more than once. Also, my table shakes a lot, so sorry if that makes anybody sick. There's not really much I can do about it. I tried, like, putting a stabilizing rod, and the stabilizing rod broke. And also didn't really do much. Eventually, I'll just get, like, some 2x4s or something, and cram them in between the legs of the table until it stops wiggling. But I can't do that right now. Don't have 2x4s. Next time, I'll probably grab a lamp from somewhere in my house too to fix the lighting situation, because it's a little bit yellow in here and a little bit dim. A white balance setting on my camera might help, but I don't want to mess with that today. It's clear enough. You can see what's happening. It's just yellow, so the colors aren't super correct. Uh-oh, it's sea shanty time. Wow, I'm amazed that I'm not covering up the whole camera view with my head. My hands are in the way, but that's gonna happen. Ugh, you can't be skipping on songs like this that are like very rhythm. Like, I don't know. Ugh. Driving me crazy. I don't know what's up with it today. It's never like this. Like, it's had a lot of problems before, but it's never had this problem. Ugh. Come on, man. Stop skipping like that. And I'm pretty sure it's not my internet, because I'm not dropping any frames. Nothing else has been weird. It's just the media request. It looks like I don't have an extra stitch. Don't I? I feel like I should. Yeah, it looks like I don't. Unless I missed a stitch somewhere. No, doesn't look like it. Okay, well, I guess that was a feature of 2x1 ribbing, and not gonna happen with 2x2. Unless I missed a stitch that's going to unravel when I take out all the waste yarn, which will be sad, but not the worst thing that's ever happened to me, I suppose. Okay, so I got it rehung. Putting some weights on so it doesn't just like fly off because it loves to do that. Oh, and my there we go. Now it's racked properly. Oh my god, I've gotta rescue my working yarn. Like I said, it's been a while. I don't really remember the exact process too well anymore, because it's been a while. But we will get a sock. God willing. Actually, regardless of God's will. Any God. I'm making a damn sock. Ugh. Oh my god. It's driving me crazy. Just absolutely so awful to me today. Okay, I got my working yarn rescued. Now I can move the ripper back up. Tug everything down. Okay, let's see if we can't zoom in a little more. There we go. Again, there's not really much to see, but, you know, you can see what I can see, so it's fair enough, at least. I have to take another drink of water. Okay. So we've got all of our tensions. Gonna set the row counter. Actually, I'll have to set it next round, but that's okay. And then I just want these ones. I want to redo that. That was not very good tension-wise. And it's not a huge deal, but it'll have a little, like, loose stitch at the bottom of the cuff, and that's no fun. So let's just... Okay, nothing knit, that's good. Now we want to reselect our stitches. And as I'm bringing this over, I've got a tug. Okay, that's a little better. Still not great, but it's better than it was before. Oh dear. Nothing's wrong. It's just that, like, I have my circular settings opposite from how I usually like to do them. In order to knit this properly. I've got it on monitor to make sure I sound okay, and it's, you know, it's a speech jammer. Luckily I'm built different, so. And now I have to knit to row count 45, which is not 45 rows, because 2 passes of the carriage is 1 row. So. And actually it might be 46, because I'm on the opposite circular settings. Which I don't know how that happened. Sometimes I forget to check, and I will knit too much, and that's never fun. Because then you have to count while you unknit rows, which is easy to lose track of. 32. $45, and I do have to do 1 extra row for 46. Okay. Now we're on the exciting part, which I say kind of loosely. But we're doing the heel flap, which hopefully I remember how to do. Oh my god. It's been a while. Oops, I gotta set my row counter. So we're only knitting on the top bed right now. I gotta take a break and a drink of water. So we're knitting just on the top bed right now because we're knitting a big long rectangle heel flap. I'll show you when we take it off, which we'll have to take it off pretty much right after we do the heel flap, and then I can explain it better. But if you've ever knit a sock before, you know the heel flap. Assuming you've knit a heel flap. So we're just knitting that right now. Before we were knitting in a tube, so we were making a big cylinder. Now we're just making a rectangle. But it's attached to the cylinder. You'll see when I take it off. And I find the, not only do the heel flap socks fit me better, but I find them easier to machine knit. Doing short row heels, it was hell on my back, and I don't even know why. But anytime I knit a short row heel, I had to take like a day break of machine knitting. I can knit an entire pair of heel flap socks in one sitting, if I feel so inclined. I mean, that's probably still not healthy for me, but I wasn't in so much pain that I didn't feel like I could do it. The nice thing about the heel flaps too, and like I get why so many people knit them now that I've made a couple pairs for myself and actually made a pair that fit properly, is that they're so much easier to customize to like actually fit you. Just knit it longer. It's so easy. I just have to keep checking my weights to make sure that they're pulling the fabric down well. That's one of the hardest parts about making a sock on the machine, is making sure your weights are good. Really just because it's a tubular piece. Doing stuff with the ribber always requires a lot more weight and a lot more attention on your weights, because it's harder to see what's going on. So if you pay attention to the weights, you won't really have to worry about as many issues, fixing issues with the ribber. Because like I can see this rectangle of fabric, not really like anything else. So if there's an issue, it's often hard to see, and even harder to fix. So we just want to not have, whoop. We just want to not have issues in the first place, ideally. But I mean, that's pretty much everybody. Just, whoop. I just threw my needle selector. But it's okay, I caught it. I can probably drop the ribber bit. Yeah, I could drop that a click. You don't want to drop the ribber too early. I keep saying river. I'm saying ribber. Ribber. There it goes. You don't want to drop the ribber bed too early, because it can cause some tension issues on the corners right here. But I've got 19 rows now, so that's a good little bit of space. And now I can see what I'm doing a little more. Which I don't really need to see, but it's nice to make sure there's no issues happening. We're about halfway through the heel flap, and then we have to do the heel turn. Hopefully I remember how to do that. I think I do. I would get it wrong all the time, though, even when I was doing this regularly, because my brain is not good. This playlist is like a horrible mess of things I listened to like 2 years ago and things I listen to now. So that's, if it seems tonally strange, that's why. Oh my god, this song. Almost done. This is row, we're about to knit row 39 out of 46. And then we gotta do the heel turn, which is always exciting. That part takes a lot of brain. Just like, I have to focus, so hopefully it won't be too unwatchable. And hopefully I won't get my stupid head in the way all the time. I'm gonna have to, hold on a second, I gotta move the tripod back a little. All you see is the top bed. That's not even where the sock is. There we go. Is it in focus? I can't even tell. That's as good as I can get it. There's my big stupid head. Okay. $44. Ooh, we're about to be done. 45. 46. Okay, heel turn time. Okay, I have to remember how to do this. It's half of all stitches plus 2 is their first round. First row. I'm skipping this. Okay. Half of all stitches plus 2. And then it's knit 2 together, knit 1. This is such a nice green. It's like a nice It's very like green apple, which I don't like as a flavor, but as a color, I'm a big fan. Okay, and now we skip one, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe. Knit 2 together. Knit 2 together. Knit 1. Yeah. And now it's pretty easy. I don't have to think too hard for the rest of it. Knit 2 together, and now I have to transfer everything. Really, the only time-consuming parts of making these socks is the transfers. And one of these days, I'm gonna get a 7-prong transfer tool, because right now, the most I have is 3. There's 3 little eyelets on there. It's hard to see. I don't have autofocus on either because it makes a stupid little white box on the screen. And nobody wants to look at that. There's a way to get rid of it, but I haven't bothered doing that. Because I have to like hack the firmware on the camera. Which doesn't seem like it's too hard to do. I'm just scared. I don't want to break it. It's a nice camera. Uh-oh. Pretty nice. Uh-oh. Well, it looks like that's all we got. It's been lovely. I knit about half a sock. I'm gonna have to get a power cable before I can do this again. I guess I'm gonna finish knitting the sock off stream. And I'll post pictures on Tumblr later, of course. Because I can't do anything and then not post about it. Because I'm mentally ill. Okay. It's just gonna do error screen. We're gonna go to the end card. I don't know if my mic still works on this screen. I think it does. If you tuned in, thank you. Ooh, it's chugging. Sorry about all of the... It's scuffed. It's scuffed. But that's okay.